welcome back to my channel. Yeah, this is our first proper video, not the introductory video. So today I'm actually gonna talk about a topic that's been on my mind a lot recently, which is like fresh starts, like kind of how hard that is. Because you think it's easier, like at least for me. Like I obviously did university, I did the whole first year, moving into halls, like fresh start kind of thing. And like I guess in life, you have these fresh start moments, even like, going from, high school into sixth form or something like that, like kind of freshish. I'd say the scarier one, at least for me, has actually been the fresh start post uni. So I should give some context. I lived near Manchester before while I was studying, but I've moved now into central Manchester. So all my general friends that I went to uni with obviously weren't from like these parts really, so they've gone off back home or to London or somewhere like that kind of thing. And even my friends that I had before uni, like friends from home and stuff, are generally like a lot of them are like in London and stuff. So yeah, so it's meant that me moving kind of here right now has meant that I've kind of just moved here. Like it's been a solo kind of journey. I've had to move here, like find a job, because as I mentioned in my intro video, getting a job in acting is tricky, and you need to, if you're going off independently, you need to be able to pay rent, which is fun, so I've had to get like a job, like figure out what the hell a job is, because I can't lie, when I was thinking about what I wanted to do with my life like 5 years ago, whenever it was, like when I was even younger than that, what I thought was, I just want to act and perform and be on TV and be on stage or whatever, and that'll just happen, like that's what I want, so I'll just do it. Like not the thought that I'd have to do like a practical, like actual other job, because my brain was very much just like, oh, this is it, and didn't really think about alternatives. So now I'm looking for things that can also bring me joy in my everyday life and pay the bills alongside, while I obviously am still pursuing acting. But that was tricky to figure that out, and on top of, obviously, as I said, moving to a new space without any of my friends nearby. So it's been a very lonely experience, a very tricky experience, because of how lonely it's been, because it's like you just want to have someone there kind of to at least who's going through this with you, someone to share that with. And the fact that I haven't had that, obviously my friends are great, love you all, whoever's watching, love you all, you're so supportive, love you, but not having, not having you physically there, like having my friends physically there, having them on the end of the phone just isn't exactly the same. And they're off, so they're in totally different lives now, and like we're in separate lives, and it's hard to be going through that and to feel like it's just you doing that, like, and to not kind of know anyone. Like I'm now sharing with a bunch of strangers who I did not know, and very different to me. So they didn't obviously know me or understand what I was going through, and I didn't bond with them all kind of thing straight away. So it's kind of like, yet again, like I felt very alone, because it's like I come home and there's no I've had a hard day of looking for jobs, or I've had a hard day when I got my job, because before, I'm in a job currently, but before I was in that job, I was in another job, which was yeah, maybe one day I'll talk about that. But the trauma right now is not to be addressed. Having that kind of shit day, kind of having that confusing day where I'm like, what the fuck am I doing with my life? And then I was coming home and no one was really there. It was just still me and my thoughts, and it was like, oh my god, that's so scary. As I said, even getting the job, I had the job, had those things, had the new location, and it was like, what do I do now? Like I've spent so long like doing my degree, which I loved, and then just hanging out with my friends. That's all I did, was degree I loved, hang out with friends. Yeah, I had a little part-time job on the side, but that would like filled up 5% of my like time. Like it really wasn't deep. And even then, like I still, I had work friends who were on that similar way. If they were just passing the time working where we were working in a supermarket, we were just passing the time and then still doing our degrees, or all that kind of stuff. To go from all that to suddenly, as I said, just go to work 9 to 5 basically, with people I didn't really know, and kind of people who are very different stages. I found a lot of people are older than me and in very different stages in life, so couldn't really relate very much. As I said, I'm a very social person, so I always try and get along with everyone, but having no one there and then coming home and not really having anyone there, and my friends are busy, so it's been a battle. But I can tell you, 4 months on from graduating, that the battle does get easier. It does. It is a battle. It's not fun. Can get through it. Might not feel like it. Like, I didn't feel like it at times. I thought, am I going to get through this? Can I do this? Like, have I got the strength? But I'm here now. I'm much happier, much more settled. And I feel like there's so much pressure on, like, especially when you graduate and stuff, there's so much pressure on you to just be like, you've got your life sorted. Like, you've which some degrees do help with that. Some degrees, they do have like a nursing degree or maybe even a business degree or something. You have those engineering, something like that. You have a straight up job that you can jump into, and that's great. So it's at least a little less daunting. But for me, that wasn't the case, and kind of learning that I can't keep up with that expectation, but that's okay. I had days where I've just been like, oh my god, I'm going to sit in my room and cry right now because I don't have a fucking clue what's going on. But that's okay. That is okay, because going through those struggles and finding your feet is what makes you a stronger person at the end of the day. It makes you a better person. Like, I feel like I am a stronger and more resilient, like a better version of me than I was all those months ago. Even in my bliss, I was having a great time. Love that version of me who was having a great, very chill, like, party uni time. But also, like, this version of me is cool because he's gone through so many like ups and downs, and things that he didn't think he would have to struggle with, he struggled with, and he's here. So yeah, I don't know where this has gone now, me saying to like you, like, it will get better, like, which is so generic, and people say it to me all the time, and I'm like, okay, you've said it, but like it will, is basically what I'm trying to say. Like, talking about fresh starts, like, there is a way that if you keep pushing through, that they will get easier. That's my first one out the way. I'm sure I'll get even more comfortable with talking about what I want to talk about, and I've got bigger issues to fry and all that kind of stuff that I want to talk about. But I thought this was a good way to start. So yeah, thank you for listening to me today.